Last week on Knights of the Roll Table, the party joined by Chaser investigated Yanti Temple turned Bugbear Cooking School. After defeating the head chef in a battle of taste buds and brawn, they acquire the Mace of Switching, the first of 3 powerful curios created by the ancient mysterious mage, Voop de Doo.
And welcome to Knights of the Roll Table. Tonight, we have all of our returning players and a guest player, so we're going to have everybody go around and introduce themselves. We'll start with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. My name's Emily, and tonight I will be playing Remara.
Ooh. You'll find out more about Remara later.
Mm-hmm.
Mystery. Oh, hi, I am Weston, and I am still playing Coach.
I'm Matt. I'm playing Saeleas.
I'm Jen. I'm playing Sarsa.
And I'm Zach. I'm playing Jerik Dark Harbor.
And I'm Chris, and I'll be your dungeon master for this evening.
Yay!
Woohoo!
So we're going to pick things up from where we left off last time. You guys just landed in Falcon Reach, the skiff, after a tumultuous battle with a bugbear master chef named Godron Ramshead.
He's a fine fella.
And he, through some very good rolls, let you live. You were surrounded by 40 bugbears, so it's actually pretty impressive and smart that Sarsa brought him back to life. So that could have gone very differently.
We would have become the new master chef.
Yeah.
This campaign completely gets in a different direction.
It's completely different.
We start holding competitions.
Rise over the bugbear union.
So you made it back to Falcon Reach. Your temporary ally, Jerik's former associate, thank you, a tabaxi rogue named Chaser of Shadows, or Chase, gave you some intel that the gnome, Bartleby Ticklefoot, he had seen him in the Undermountain, which is the area underneath Falcon Reach, kind of going into the mines, sneaking around a couple of times, and let you know that he just has been acting a little bit shifty. So that's kind of where we left off. It is about evening in Falcon Reach, right about the point of sunset, and what would you guys like to do?
Well, I'm out of meat pies.
I could go for a pint.
A pint. Yeah. I could go for some pie
We
eating.
can get you a pie, all right,
Thank you.
Coach?
That would
but I
be
also want you to
fantastic.
give
Because,
me-
man, I can't stop myself.
Don't get yourself sick again.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's between us.
Oh, sorry.
I'm fine with, eating first, though. You guys we can have pie?
Yes, I love that idea.
Okay, so you guys make your way back to Petra's Pockets.
Sure. We had good luck the
All
last
right,
time we were
yeah.
there.
So you make your way
as
there.
far as we know, is the Petra at Petra's Pockets, or is this like a franchise situation?
You didn't see Petra there by name. You met
a
the
picture of her on the wall?
There is not.
Oh.
It's just the
Giant
name
mural outside.
Petra's Pockets. You met the bartender. His name was Groff, actually. He was the guy that talked like, "You guys want some more? Welcome back. You're not going to bring any friends in here, are you?"
Oh, no. Just
Like
us,
last time?
Just us today.
All right. Would you like another plate
12.
of?
Yes, I'd like another 12.
All right.
Is he played by Jonathan?
Misty, we got we need plates again. All right, so you guys eat some Petra's Pockets.
Pockets.
Sarsa would definitely have at least a couple pints of ale.
Why waste tummy room on anything else but these pockets?
We also got a special on tap. It's something the dwarves like. You might like it. It's called Whistle Sweat Mead.
Sounds delicious.
Wait, is this made with real dwarven sweat?
No, I think it's just like a paraphrase.
So by a special, do you mean it's on discount?
Like when the whistle blows, and you're all sweaty, you want one of these. Yes?
Yeah,
It's
something
not
like
made of
that.
Whistles or sweat.
Yeah, I don't
Just
make
to
the
clarify.
metaphors. I just sell the beer.
All right.
You guys want some? It's a little bit cheaper than usual.
All right. Bring us around.
All right. So he brings you this kind of a locally brewed mead, and it's a little hoppy, but it's not too bad.
Is the ABV decent?
Sure. Trying to remember what that means.
Alcohol by volume.
That's
Who wants
you
to get
did
it?
the
I
non-drinker
just want to know what
in
kind
the
of a buzz I should be acting
for the
out.
10-year-olds listening.
ABV
ABV.
is alcohol by volume.
Yeah.
And
It tastes like Coca-Cola.
you can worry about that when you're older.
All right. Just then, as you're enjoying some pockets and you've had a little bit of mead, Sarsa, you hear.
Hey, it wasn't me. Oh, it's the darn stone, the thing.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, it's Bartleby.
Oh, hello there, Bartleby. Sorry, we just got back. We're a bit exhausted.
No, that's all right. I'm glad you made it back. I was getting worried there for a bit. Listen, I'm sure I'll hear about everything, but Kishara wants to talk to you guys right away. Can you come up to the palace?
I suppose so. We're going to just finish our meal here, and
Can
then
we never finish a single meat pie without somebody hassling us?
I've already finished
Oh,
four.
are you at the Petra's Pockets location?
Slowing down.
Yes, we're at Petra's Park.
Oh, I love
not
those.
here.
Those are so good. Would you mind bringing me one?
I can't make any promises with the coach around, but we'll see what we can do.
All right, no problem. Well, just go right into the east wing of the palace, and Kishara's room is in there, her
All
sanctum.
right. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. All right. That was Bartleby. He wants us to be going to the east wing or west. Oh, I already forgot. Sorry. This meat
East
is
wing.
real delicious.
I'm drinking the sweat beer before we go.
Jerik. All right. Well, let's
We're
toss
off.
these back and head on out.
Okay, so you finish your.
I'm gonna get these to go.
All right, there. I got a little box you can put them in.
Coach, if you could see it in your heart to leave one of those meat pies aside, Bartleby was asking for one.
Oh no, it's a pretty long walk, so we're gonna have to really find
Well,
out together.
Jerik, you can at least account for the fact that I tried.
Yes.
All right. Let's go.
Okay, so you start walking there. Did you want to talk about anything on the way, or just a little bit of a walk?
I think this would be a good time for Silly to be. Coach, I was reading in my book that mace is I'm pretty sure the mace of switching.
I know. It told me its name when I
Oh, that's
formed
right.
my bond to it.
But even better, there are two other legendary artifacts that he made: the bigger bracelet and the spiralite.
Are you telling
dibs
that,
on that. That
you're
sounds
telling this
cool.
to everybody?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking, but loud enough where they can hear.
Where did you read that?
Well, in the Traveler's Guide to the Realm. Where else would I find it?
I suppose that's.
Hey,
Enough.
Saeleas, those other objects you're talking about, what do either of those do?
Oh, the bigger bracelet, it makes it so that the wearer can get really big. And the spiralite is it has protective element properties. It gets certain resistances.
That's nice too.
Yeah. Voop de Doo liked that one from what I've read.
Take a look at this. So I've been spending some time with this mace and a kalika.
And Coach clicks the button on the mace. And it's the mace, I should say, just kind of a quick physical description. It's a shorter than usual mace. Like Sarsa has a mace of disruption. It's good like 3-4 feet long. This is a 2 foot long, shorter mace. So it's kind of like a little handheld mini mace. But in the round kind of, there's not really spikes, but it's just this kind of flattened, round, bubbly part. There's a button that's kind of big and purple because everything's purple here. And he clicks the button.
And I'm a bear.
Coach turns into a bear.
What in the blazes is this?
There's a few people on the sidewalk. They're like, "Oh my gosh, it's a bear!"
Can I
Okay,
pet your
wait.
muzzle?
Is he? Hold on, I need details. Is he like standing as a bear? Is he wearing his coach armor? Like
No,
does he
all of
have
my armor
Coach's
gets sucked into my
beard?
body.
Oh my god, it was clothes.
It all sucks into me, so
So
I'm
he's
just
a
kind
naked
of a.
bear containing the essence of his armor.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Soft.
Oh yeah.
You know-
I mean,
There's probably a good way to make some money out of this.
Coach is flexing. Ah. Ah.
You know, even as a bear,
It's
you're
still
getting a
coach,
little.
you guys, for sure.
Even as a bear, you're still getting a little bit of a stomach from all the meat pies.
It's weird the way the fur stops quite high up on his legs, so he looks like he's wearing bear shorts.
Are you still moving while this is happening, or did you kind of
Yes.
stop and
We're still
you're
walking.
just kind of like walking along the street as a bear? Okay. So one of the
I'm kind of pantomiming what I think a bear would do.
city police comes over and is like, "Is there a problem here?
Oh no, it's a friend. He turned into a
Do you-
bear,
do you
but on
have-
purpose.
Do you have a license for this animal?"
Do you know how to change out of that darn thing?
You can see around Coach's neck, there's kind of a collar, and there's sort of this glowing purple thing, glowing purple orb.
Sarsa's gonna reach for it and see if she can boop a button.
She cannot.
Oh man.
Coach, you have a thing on your neck. Try activating that.
Here? Oh, man.
You find you don't even have to touch it. It's more of just like a thought internally, but you switch back.
Well, it worked. I hope you're happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy. It's very exciting. We should find the other two artifacts. This is the stuff of legend.
Yeah, I just turned into a bear, guys.
It was really
It's
cool.
really impressive. I don't misunderstand. I just, wanted to make sure that you were able to come back.
We don't have a license for the dwarf, but I assume they're street legal.
All right, we'll move along then.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Have
That
a
was
nice
that was
day.
very entertaining. You get inspiration for the night.
Hey.
That means you get advantage on a roll.
Hey, you guys, so, Chaser did not trust this Ticklefoot guy. We need to keep an eye out on anything shady he might be doing. We don't know if he's on the level or not.
Well, it seemed like a lot of his distrust was because of his involvement down in the mines. So it seems to me like that would probably be the first place to look.
Why don't we just ask him? He seems trustworthy to me.
Okay, Saeleas, why don't you take a back seat on the interacting with the possible spy?
We're
if you
walking
don't
right
mind.
now. I don't understand.
Bartleby Ticklefoot
Yes?
might not be on the level.
Why don't we ask him?
So if we asked him and he wasn't on the level, he would probably lie. And then he would know that we were on to him.
It'd be
This is
much
just
harder to find more information.
basic
Ah,
spy
fine.
work.
You guys are so untrusting.
How do we
It's
know
a
we
wonder
can
we've
trust?
ever made friends.
How do we know we can trust Chase?
We don't.
Oh, you definitely can't trust Chase, but he is pretty good at spotting liars. So I'm just saying, keep it in mind when we interact with him.
So we can
we're
trust that
walking
we
right into.
can't
We're
trust
taking
him.
directions from him.
All right. Well,
Also, there's not much incentive for Chase to be lying to us about this, ain't there?
yeah, I guess that's true.
What if Bartleby owes him money and he wants payback and he's trying to make us, or he wants to make a fool of you? He didn't seem to like you very much, Jerik.
Well, that's kind of a common thing.
Well, regardless, I think a healthy dose of skepticism going forward would be not a bad idea.
All right, fine.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
I'm gonna turn
And-
into a mastiff.
This coach turns into a
Calica?
mastiff.
How many charges are on that thing?
Quite a few, actually.
You get to roll for the day.
Yeah,
I
it's a
believe it's
D4 plus
D4
one.
plus one.
Jerik, the upside
waste
is
them all,
when he's
man.
in that form, he can't be yammering on. So consider it a blessing in disguise.
Of course, I roll
Saeleas?
4. That's like 5 charges on this thing.
Well, Coach can't talk. Perhaps you guys would be interested in a conversation. How have you been? It's been a long time.
All right, so you-
Saloon, guide me.
You see the clouds kind of part above the night sky, and a kind of crescent moon is shining right above the palace, and it's shining to the east wing of the palace.
Oh,
You guys, we seriously need to stop wasting our superpowers on just walking over to the palace.
And I'm back.
guys, look, it's a sign from Saloon. It means we're headed in the
Hello.
right direction. Jared, don't you see?
Yes, let's go there now.
All right.
Was I a pretty handsome dog?
Yes, you were, Coach. Let's go do the mission.
I was so handsome.
I typically don't gauge my attraction on animals and beasts.
10 minutes later, you make it to the palace after Coach turns into a butterfly and also a lemur.
And there's all of the charges. God.
There's one
I'm
charge
down
left.
to 1.
All right. You meet Kishara in her sanctum, and she says, thank you for meeting me a little bit later than planned. Bartleby tells me that you went to the Evermist forest Did you find anything about Kol Satori?
I'm afraid we didn't find much about him. We did come upon a temple area, and we ran into some bugbears. We came back with a rather...
Bugbears? Inside
with
of the temple. This is the...
poor taste in creme brulee, if I say so myself.
Is this the abandoned temple in the middle of the Evermist Forest?
Yeah,
Yes.
the snake temple, guys.
The Hish Temple.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you made it out intact. Did you find anything out about Kol Satori?
No, nothing about him.
It was kind of a wasted trip, actually. Who gave us that information?
Well, that's disappointing you didn't find anything.
Can I ask you a question, if you don't mind?
Of course, my dear.
This is off the record. I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but how well do you know that Bartleby?
Bartleby Ticklefoot?
Aye, yeah. How long have you been working with him?
I've known him since he's been on the council. It's been almost 4 years now. He was appointed as the representative from Zeppelbrum, and I've known him as well as any council member. I mean, we don't hang out after the meetings or anything, but
Well, I can't
he's
see why you would.
a brilliant mind.
Aye.
Are there any council members you don't trust so much? Anybody kind of shady?
Well, I shouldn't really be telling you this, but
Sounds like
Ooh,
a
gossip,
yes.
tell us.
Come on now.
I don't particularly care for Nuzia. Nuzia Rom is very crass sometimes. I don't think
That's
he
the old,
likes me.
The drow,
Minister
right?
of Justice, correct?
Yes. But he's a powerful sorcerer, a shadow sorcerer. He dabbles in the necrotic studies.
Oh, very interesting.
How long has he been with the council?
Longer than me. He actually wants my position, but I think he was a little disappointed that I was appointed as Minister of the Arcane and he got the Justice. But here I am going on. When there's problems to be discussed.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, actually, I do have a question for you. What is that? And she points at the mace that Coach is holding.
Have you ever wanted to be a butterfly?
It's just a mace that we found.
Only in my dreams. Did you find that in the temple?
I've had this for a long time. It's a hidden thing.
Make a deception check.
Saeleas
versus
is giving me no
Kishara's
eyes over
insight.
here.
Can we assist and back it up
dang.
and be like, yeah, I totally found it in the temple. Or didn't find it in the temple.
How would you like to assist?
By
Distraction.
saying, oh, that colourful robe you're wearing really brings out your eye there, my dear.
Okay, she's a little distracted. Sure, roll with advantage.
Well, the first one was the best. 17.
She kind of squints her eyes a little bit, but can't seem to tell if you're lying or not. But well, that's all fine. It doesn't seem.
It's
reminds
pretty,
me
though,
of
right?
something.
Well, it just looks purple like everything else around here.
What's it remind you of?
Well, it reminds me of something that was lost a long time ago. Something of legend. Are you sure you didn't find it recently?
Legends? I love legends. Who wants to hear about a legend, you
I'd
guys?
love to hear about
Tell
a
us about the
legend.
legend. Maybe we can help out with that.
We've had a long travel. It'd
You
be
think?
nice.
Saeleas looks nervous.
Well, it's there was a famous inventor that lived 1,000 years ago named Voop de Doo.
Oh, I've read of him.
And he created 3 curios of powerful artifacts that were used against the Yuan Ti when they were invading the land. And this inventor made these 3 artifacts for the royalty and the council at the time. And the mace, along with the other 2, were used to drive out the Yuan Ti and some of their higher commanders as well.
Seems like the kind of thing that if one were to find, they might be killed for it because it is such a powerful weapon.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, yes, of course. It is. If it is such a mace, it would be very powerful, and I would very much like to study it if it was that mace. But
Seems like only
maybe
you'd
you
only
can
want to tell
let
someone
me take a look at it, Coach,
You want to look at my mace?
if you don't mind.
Kind of do mind. Well, you have to understand my
Kishara, we're
my
quite tired.
maces are very special to me.
Right. Well,
They have some significance from when I was back in Ironhaven.
I understand. I respect your time. Well, it's late, and I hope that you will continue your quest to find out more about Kol Satori upon the morning. Jerik,
Yeah.
I'm wondering if I might be able to meet with you tomorrow night, if you're not busy.
Well.
All right.
Yeah, look at that.
Just business to
Oh,
discuss.
business.
Business or like wink, wink business?
It's just business.
Business. All right, that's fine. I had to try. Sure. Where do you want to meet?
Here,
Okay.
in my sanctum.
Not now?
Tomorrow night will be
Tomorrow.
fine.
Okay. Like a Phases of the Moon thing?
Yes, and sundown, after
Candlelight?
sundown.
Ooh, all right.
Hey, anything
All right.
you can
Wink,
say
wink.
to him, you can say to her.
I just did say
So-
it in front of all of you.
No, what's your name?
All right.
Sarsa.
Sarsa. I almost said Saeleas.
All right,
That's
that's
you.
me. Good night,
We've
everyone.
known each
Good
other for
night.
many 10 days.
She kind of
See you
ushers you
tomorrow
out
night.
when the door is shut. Just then, as the door shut, further down the hall, another set of doors open, and out from the doors, Nuzir Ram, the shadow sorcerer, the minister of justice, pokes his head out.
I just don't think we should. Oh,
Coach nudges Sarsa.
Hey, Nazir, how are you doing?
Boy.
Coach, if I could make a suggestion, I
Yes.
would advise you to hide that mace as best as you can. It seems like
I heard you were back. I thought you probably would have died,
Well,
but you didn't.
and I'm sure you're relieved to see us again there.
yeah, we appreciate that.
isn't it wonderful? We're alive.
Yes.
Coach is holding the mace behind his back with both arms as best he can.
Well, how have you been? What's been going on while we were gone, Nazim?
Well, we tried to negotiate with the Dragonborn armies on the eastern coast. As you remember, they were threatening to invade unless they got resources.
That was your job. You were too busy to do our job, so we did our thing, which went
Your
fine.
job
Your
was
job.
you were sent to do something that was a fool's errand.
Well,
Kol Satori
Honestly, it's probably perfect.
cannot be found. He is clearly someone of great importance and skill, if he is indeed Massimo Leonheart, as he claims to be. But
Seems like you admire him.
all of you are weak and cannot find such a warrior.
We were the only ones protecting your princess or your queen, whoever.
Queen now.
The queen. We were the ones who brought her back safe.
Yes, you protected one person, while Kishara and I defended the rest of the city.
Well, you didn't do such a great job at that. It burned down.
We defended the inhabitants of the city.
Didn't say
Over
their,
400 of them
their
are still
pub
alive.
of my library burned to the ground.
Saeleas,
Truce,
is it?
everybody.
You call yourself a sorcerer.
I don't call myself that. I am one.
I would like to meet with you tomorrow to assess your skills.
It seems ominous.
Tomorrow night,
You know I'm married, right?
come to my office tomorrow night, and we will have a test.
How do you ask?
Roll a persuasion check
Manners.
It's not going to go
Bold move.
with disadvantage
With
because
disadvantage? That's
because
even worse.
you're giggling.
What am I? Oh, okay. Well, it's a natural one if I disadvantage
Okay,
it. So it's,
tomorrow night,
oh, fine.
and he closes
That's
the door.
not fair. Seems like everyone's got a hot date but old Sarsa.
Just then,
I don't know.
further
trust any of
down,
these guys, you
you guys make your way down the hallway a little bit more.
It's a really long hallway.
Everybody, just
this is a-
beeline for the door.
This is a palace.
We shouldn't show anybody the mace. Is what
I'm
I'm
trying to
say.
hide it.
Perhaps we should wrap
It's the
hilt
last
in
door in the
leather.
east wing, and you can see that these are a couple of offices. Out pokes Cole Flintspire, who you were introduced as. He is a tiefling, and he is the.
A bard.
So he's from Moonswallow, which is the Bard College, and he's the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Gotcha. But he's a bard, yes?
Yes. Hello, guys.
This one's for you, Coach.
I'm glad you all are still alive.
Well, thank you.
Why
I
does everybody
appreciate
keep
that.
saying that?
He was
no, no.
glad. The other
Coach,
ones weren't so glad.
Coach is doing a crab walk with the mace behind his back. And
so-
every once in a while he forgets and he just kind of
It's
flails
quite-
around and then hides
It's
it.
quite a good form there. Nice job.
Thank you.
He practices quite a bit.
What are you doing tomorrow night, Cole?
Well, actually, I was going to ask Sarsa.
Oh, me.
I haven't seen another tiefling. We don't have very many in town, and I
There's
was wondering
usually-
if you might want to have a drink. tomorrow night.
What the heck is going on?
Or you mean I can finish my bingo?
I don't know what that means, but I was wondering if you might like to meet at the pub near your inn that you're staying at.
Well, I've just got one question. Are you buying?
Of course.
All right, then. You got yourself a date?
I've got a bit of a cabin fever. I should be getting back to my college, but they won't let me leave due to this maniac that's threatening to kill us all. You know, so how it is. Got to relieve some tension.
I completely understand.
All
We
right.
had a bit of a hellacious day ourselves.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow night then.
All right.
Good day, all.
Okay, nobody let anybody near me, because I want to sleep.
Okay, so you guys
With whom?
make your
No,
way.
just tonight in general.
Make your way out of the palace and
Thank goodness.
back to the inn. And you have a night's rest, and everybody can
Hold
take
on.
a full rest. Yes. You're telling that to the DM? Or?
One more charge.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I got one little thing left. Coach by himself in his room.
Okay.
He's going to turn into a poodle. He's going to say,
Is this when you're with Saeleas and Jabin?
after they go to bed.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty.
There's a little mirror about the size of a book, and you're kind of just like jumping up on the bed.
Saeleas is a light sleeper. He's like,
Man, I got
looks up and goes back to bed.
even my poodle form.
Jerik, when you two go in your room, you notice your money is gone.
What? Chaser. God, I never trust that guy. This is my fault.
I think I like
So-
that there, kitty cat.
Mark
What are you going to do,
that.
marry him?
If you marked that you had that money, you do not have that money anymore.
That was the 200 gold from the day?
Correct. 200 gold from the day that was delivered to you by the guards for a rescue.
What were you doing leaving it in the room, Jerik?
It was,
You have to keep it on your body. That's what I do.
okay.
If they're going to take it from me.
You can't trust anybody in this profession.
You-
I mean, just happen to honor among thieves.
That is exactly the point of that saying.
I owed him money anyway. That's fine.
You guys have a full night's rest without much incident. You wake up, have some breakfast.
I'm rolling for my. Oh,
How many charges do you have?
2.
2 charges on the mace today. After breakfast,
Oh,
you are...
I'm going to use my inspiration
Okay, yeah,
to get more charges.
sure.
Hiya! That was a 1 again. Darn it!
You can.
Turn that back.
You're met in the morning by Callum Moragak, who is the dwarf monk. He meets you and says, "I'm glad you guys are still alive."
Yeah, I'm sure you're very glad to see us, and you're super glad we're alive, just like everybody
Jerik,
else.
don't be salty.
I really
It's
am.
my job.
I am glad you're alive.
Gosh, you totally are, and you're not being sarcastic
no,
at
it's...
all.
well, bugbears are very dangerous.
And I'm sure if
How
somebody
did you
left
know that
200
we went
gold
up
in your room,
against
you
the
totally wouldn't
bugbears?
steal it.
Bartleby told me.
Bartleby, we haven't spoken to him yet. How did he know?
I think Kishara told him.
How did you know that Kishara told him? See, I'm good at this.
I have I'm guarding the queen. There's talk.
Are you here to see Coach by any chance?
Well, actually, I'm here to see all of you, but I did have something I wanted to talk to you about, Coach.
Oh, man.
But we don't have to talk.
Thought we avoided this.
Coach,
Let me guess. You want to see me tonight in your quarters?
No. Of course, I don't want to see you tonight.
What do you mean you don't want to see me tonight?
Bold
Well,
coach.
have you seen his
You're
calves?
being too forward.
Well, the thing is, the other night you talked to some dwarves at the pub
Yeah.
after the wake, and well, a couple of them got to talking, and they found me, and they talked to me, and they want to meet with you.
Do they now?
Yeah, but some of them are a little bit nervous. See.
Nervous? No, there's nothing to be nervous around.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, Coach. So, rather than bore this a lot, I figure maybe we can meet later, and we can have our discussion.
Just to verify, not in your quarters.
No, I'm going to be guarding the queen, but
Okay. Fantastic.
in my quarters, no, of
What
course
can
not.
we do for you there, boyo?
Well, I thought I might escort you back. We're supposed to meet Bartleby to do a little bit more research. Something about a library or something like that. I had to
A library.
I was gonna take you back to meet Bartleby towards the library.
Oh, let's go.
All right.
Let's go right
Do
now.
you mind leading the way? I need to have a quick private chat with my friends here. It's lady business, you understand?
Sure.
Yeah, lady business.
You're chatting about lady
Just
business?
give me 5 minutes, all right? I'd hate to
All right.
worry you with.
But don't
with
leave.
sort of-
We definitely want to see the library. Yes, definitely go there.
All right, I'll wait outside.
Yeah, we can't wait to see that. Okay, what was it?
Does anybody else think that it is mighty suspicious that A, he knew about the bugbears, and also that Bartleby sent us into that there temple, into the area of that temple? I think he may be trying to get his eyes or his hands on that mace that old Coach is wound up with. So I think we'd be very smart to keep it as far away from him as possible.
And that he didn't want me to go into his quarters. He's hiding something.
Coach, I think you're coming away with the wrong thing here.
Well, everybody else got invited to something.
He wants to meet with you. It's cool. You're
Whatever.
gonna meet some dwarves and stuff. You love dwarves.
I think we should wrap the hilt of your mace in some sort of cloth to hide the light of the night crystal.
All right, here.
Oh,
I'm just saying, I think we'd be wise to give him a wide berth.
Listen, I don't really trust anybody, so let's be careful while we're alone with these folks. But I do think that what's his Bartleboard, Ticklefoot.
Bartleby.
I do think he sent us to that temple to do exactly what we did and not find Cole Satori.
I think you're correct.
Maybe he knew about the mace.
Might have. But I would say we'd do well to keep some distance between him and that mace.
Coach is wrapping the mace in a rope that he has on him. It's hempen rope, so he's kind of wrapping it just to cover up some of the more mystical-y elements of it.
The book did say that the mace was lost in the Battle of Scales in the Forest of Evermist, so it is quite possible that he would have known.
All right. Well, let's be off then.
So Callum leads you kind of back towards the palace, but not to the palace. It's a little bit off to the side. He leads you to a place called the Arboretum, which is basically kind of like a preserved forest and grassland. It's in the middle of this big metropolitan area, kind of like Central Park in New York. There's a lot of people lounging, and you see several groups of people doing organized forms of fight training, exercise, guided meditation. This wouldn't be so strange if there wasn't so many of them. So apparently, guided, focused fight training and meditation is really big here. Kind of sort of Eastern vibe with all of that. After a few minutes, he stops. He kind of holds his hands up. And he says, "I feel a presence. It can't be. I haven't... From about...
Presence in a long time.
Yeah. Everybody make a perception check.
17.
12.
Ooh,
20.
Okay.
19.
All right. Everybody except Sarsa, who is fascinated with the fountains and trees around, and she's just loving all the birds, and it's very high altitude, so it's like, ooh, this is amazing.
Nice breeze.
But the rest of you notice from about 50 feet away, from behind a tree, you see approaching you a smaller humanoid female. She's wearing simple leather armor and pants, and kind of a longer cloak. But as you get closer, you notice.
Hey, Sarsa, check this out.
You notice she's got turquoise blue skin, and her black hair is floating as if in slow motion. It's like squid ink moving through water. As she gets closer still, her eyes are a piercing light blue, and she's staring right at the dwarf monk, Callum.
Oh, who's that?
Callum, I think you got a friend over there.
Got some competition, Coach.
Where have you been? I haven't seen you since we got out of Darkwill.
Where have you been?
Oh, she's mad.
I've been here. I've been trying to make the best of life.
Trying to make the best of life? Talk about betrayal.
Remara, we lost him. We can't do anything about that now.
I don't know. That's not what I hear.
I don't believe this business, this Cole Satori business. I fought him. He something was off about his fighting style. He says he's Massimo, but sounds like him, but that can be faked.
We need to find out. I need to know for sure.
Hi, I'm Jerik.
Let me introduce. Sorry,
I don't wanna interrupt,
let me
but
introduce you to everybody.
No, I mean continue. This is very.
this is
it's really cool hair.
How
Is
does
that
that
like product or?
This is Remara. She's
Hi.
She and I were adventuring members with Massimo.
Oh, fellow adventurers!
I reach out to shake hands.
I will shake hands reluctantly.
Sarsa just kind of like crosses her arms and looks her up and down.
I can't leave the city, Remara. I've been tasked with protecting Queen Mora, but this lot right here, they're actually quite capable. They might be able to help you, and they've been actually tasked with trying to find Massimo, whoever he is, and I think you could really help him.
Wait,
Substantially more capable than we look, honestly.
did you know Massimo?
Did I know?
Did I say that right?
Yes, we both did. We were there when he fell.
What exactly happened?
It's a long story, and I don't want to talk about it. Not with strangers.
It's not your fault, Remara.
Well, let us introduce ourselves. I'm Saeleas. This is Jerik and Sarsa and Coach. And Saeleas does like this overly
You can come back.
elaborate
We can
bow.
have some sweat wine and get to know each other. It's better than it sounds.
Hello, Knights of the Rolled Table. This is Chris Daly, your Dungeon Master for Season 2 of the podcast. So, hey, we had a contest. We thank you to everyone that entered in the contest to win some original art. 5 winners will win a print of the Season 1 characters, which we will post on Instagram sometime this week. And 1 lucky winner will also receive that print and some custom art of a character of their choice. So without any delay, the 5 winners of the print are Kichi Okami from Twitter, @FeelsBender, I'm probably going to pronounce a lot of these wrong, @BornLimitless, I said that right, @Sir and @CynicalXSister_SourXSoul. That's a very long one. They're all going to receive a print of the Season 1 characters drawn by yours truly. And finally, our grand prize winner from Instagram, @justalil.nerd. So justalil.nerd, you're going to get an original art character drawn by me. We'll be reaching out to all of you soon for your details. Thank you to everybody who entered, and we will definitely do another contest soon. You know who we love? All of you listeners. You know why we love you? Because you're listening, and because you left a review and rated us 5 stars on iTunes. But Chris, you say, I didn't leave a review on iTunes yet. I was too busy making my Blue Apron meal while building my Squarespace website and wearing my Warby Parkers. None of those are sponsors of the show, by the way, but we wouldn't say no. Well, fear not, Ethan. It's not too late to leave a review or a rating. Just go to the Apple Podcast app, find Knights of the Rolled Table in the search bar, scroll down to where it says Ratings and Reviews, click on that tasty button, and you can do either or both. Do both. You can also review us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Podbean, or YouTube. We're on all the streams. Just leave us a review, and we will appreciate it, and we will love you, and we love you anyway, but we'll really love you if you leave us a review, because it helps. It helps other people find out more about the podcast, and more people can listen to it, and that's awesome. We'd appreciate it if you check out our social media, @RolledTable on Instagram or Twitter. This week, see all the characters, maps, how-to funny D&D tips, and photos of us with funny quotes. We know we're not the only D&D actual play podcast out there. There are so many. So we really honestly thank you for listening and giving us a chance. Weston Gardner, who does all of our theme music and sound editing and speaks 2 languages, maybe more? I forget, can make a custom RPG anthem for you. Check out his audio skills and hire him at Make My Anthem. If you want to see more of my art, check out Daily Tunes RPG on Instagram, where I'm doing Inktober 2019 drawings with a D&D theme for each prompt this year. Hopefully I'm not too behind when you check this out. If you have a D&D question or need some advice on your campaign, ask any how-to D&D questions on our email, knightsoftherolledtable@gmail.com. That's all of our announcements. Now go out and make life an adventure.
Look, you seem great. I just need to. I've got a thing, okay? You wouldn't understand.
Listen, we know what it's like to lose someone. We lost a dear friend to the hands of that Cole Satori just a few days ago. Alright, he killed Cobbles. Cobbles was a friend and an associate. So we understand exactly what you're going through. You don't have to act like you're big, tough, nasty.
Remara, I would go with them, but I have to stay and protect the queen. I really think it would make both of us feel better if we knew for sure that it wasn't Massimo.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I don't know why you're stuck here. That's more important. It's Massimo.
I made a promise. I have to keep that promise.
Wow.
I can't leave the queen unguarded. She's in danger.
All right, well then I'll just go on my own.
Go with them. Go with these folk.
My lady, let us assist you, or you can assist us. Whatever way you think would be the most help.
Yeah, what do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah, like, what do you do? I mean, I can throw stuff. She can yell at things.
Is that really what you think I do?
This guy over here, he
I light stuff on fire
Right,
sometimes.
right in the middle of
disappoints me a lot.
Right in the middle of you talking, you hear Remara's voice in your head.
Oh my gosh.
She says,
Don't ask me what I do again, or I'm gonna make you do something really bad.
How did you do that?
What are you talking about?
She's there, but she's here. She's in my dome.
"You're doing the thing, aren't you?"
It's all up in my dome.
Just don't ask me what I do, okay?
I think if you help them bring your skills to whatever they need to do,
All right. I mean, if that's all I can get, if that's all you'll give me, I'll take these 4.
until they find a replacement for me, I'm bound to protect the queen.
Whoa. Let's get this straight. You aren't taking us. We're taking you.
I mean, she's probably taking us. She looks pretty rad.
Coach, I have a feeling she could squish your head there like a wee grape.
Let's just go with this. Coach, let's just roll with it.
Okay,
for a bit.
if you're coming, that's fine.
Remara, whatever we can do to assist you, we would be happy to help.
Great. Thanks. I'm happy to explore any and all leads.
To the library.
Oh,
Insight check. Is she happy? Or is she willing?
Roll an insight check.
Well, that wasn't very good. 4. Come on, math 4. A 5.
static.
She's real hard to read, and
She's
her
really hard to read.
her presence makes you generally confused and uncomfortable.
What was I doing?
So you make your way to the library, and you see Bartleby in the main hall.
Oh, look at the fellas.
This is the Amethyst Archive. Ivory columns stack and twisting staircases, glowing purple spheres hang from high ceilings, providing light, and there's sunlight shaped like triangles in sort of a sunburst pattern high above you. So, Saeleas, you actually have access to every section of the library because of your background. So you are met by Bartleby, and he says, "Hi, everybody.
Hello, Bartleby.
It's good to see you all again. And Remara, I haven't seen you in so long.
We're with her.
Oh, you know each other.
Well, I know. I mean, we met, I think, about 2 years ago. It was when
Yes.
during
Before.
the medal ceremony. Yeah.
Yes.
Are you helping out the party here?
For now.
By the way, is there something I can call you besides just the party or the gang or something like that? Do you guys have a
You mean like
cool
a
code name or
team
something, like a
name?
team name or something? I feel, that's
Team
always
name.
kind of fun, like so I can call you like Squad 4, Emberbrook 4, or 5, I guess, or whatever you're gonna be called. Well, it's something to think about anyway. I like team
It
names.
shouldn't be forced. Saeleas might die. We don't want to be tied down.
I guess you can just leave it open then. You know,
Yeah.
maybe not. It doesn't have to have a number, but
We're going to have to ruminate on that for a moment.
all right. Well, think
Why'd
about
you
that.
Ruminators.
Anyway,
I like that one. We're the ruminators.
as you're talking,
Oh, no.
you see these little gold balls kind of float by in the background, and
Favorite
then one floats by right in front of you, and they have arms and like these little clockwork eyes, and they're going.
I've played this game before. Batter up.
Those are the fetchers. They'll actually fetch books for you, and you just tell them what volume you want, and they'll go find something for you. So, because some of the bookshelves are like 20, 30 feet high. I thought you guys might be able to do some research, maybe find out a little bit more about the Massimo or Colsatori or that temple that you guys went to.
Yeah, we can, I would love to look. I'll be in the restricted section as long as I can be.
Don't spend too much time in there.
You know, Bartleby, I'm going to be real frank with you. Books aren't really my scene.
Okay. Well, I don't really have any other leads.
Well, perhaps you could answer a few questions for me. You see, I'm fascinated
Sure.
by this here city. Never seen a floating city before.
Oh yeah, it's quite fantastic.
I imagine, you know, when we were sailing around, I was noticing that there were some lower levels there.
Lower levels, yeah. The lower levels are mostly the dwarven mines, and
Oh, yeah,
they.
make your way down there.
Why do you ask?
I was just well, I mean, if you're going to be telling me
Sarsa,
about
he
stuff.
doesn't have a lot of access. He's probably not even allowed.
Well, I mean, I am allowed in different places of the city. Just that there's some
Not
things.
a cool place like the mines where they have all that.
Well, no, I mean anybody can go in the
stuff.
mines, but I don't go down there. That's dangerous work. I have to stay up here, in the palace area.
So you've never gone down below.
I'm sure I've gone. Yeah, in fact, I've been on there about a year ago, maybe a couple months ago. I think maybe just somebody was having a question about the technology down there, and I went down there to probably fix it. Yeah.
I want to hit those balls real bad. Oh.
Saeleas is just going to go off to the restricted section.
Okay, Saeleas goes off to the restricted section. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna follow him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Saeleas and Remara make their way to the restricted section, and they are met by a male elf cleric who is standing in front at a little podium. May I help you?
Oh, yes. I have access to the restricted section, and I wish to look at some of the volumes that you have here.
Give me your palm, please.
He hands it out.
He takes your palm and kind of places his other hand on your palm. You feel kind of a warm glow, and then there's a yellow light that kind of goes. And then, yes, you may enter.
Oh, thank you.
And then he goes to Remara and he says, "And you would like to go in as well?
Yes, I am his companion.
I would need to check your access." And he holds out his hand.
I'm gonna place my hand on your palm, but with like real like force, like pushing down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ow. All right. Yes, of course you can go.
You may wish to let her. Oh, you did. Okay.
Okay, go ahead. So you guys both go in. And what are you looking for?
I think Saeleas would want to poke around for books on Voop de Doo, and also on Colsatori or Massimo, anything that we could find on there.
Probably nothing on Colsatori since he
'cause
just
it's- right.
kind of came into existence a couple days
Same
ago. But Massimo, you could probably find some things for him. Roll an investigation check with advantage because Remara is helping you.
All right. Investigation, that would be a 10.
So it takes you guys about an hour, but you do find a couple of books. With the fetcher's help, you keep kind of mispronouncing stuff. No, Voop de Doo, Voop de Doo.
Not Voop de Doo, Voop de Doo.
Yeah.
I said it wrong.
And so the fetchers go and find a couple of books about
Boom.
the dawn,
Did you say?
the bygone era and the
different
dawn era and inventors of the realm and Marcatian lore and legendary weapons and things like that. So you do find a couple of books, and we'll come back to that in just a bit. Back with Sarsa, Jerik, and Coach, what would you guys like to do while you're in the library?
Is Bartleby staying in the library as well?
He's just kind of sitting there with you guys.
Okay. I'd probably just chat with him a little bit.
Okay.
So tell me more about how you got to be on the council here.
Oh, well, I was asked to be on the council a few years ago as a representative from Zeppelbrum. It's a great little town. Have you ever been there?
Oh, no, tell me about it.
Well, it's on it's near the eastern town. It's kind of a lake town, mostly gnomes, but there are a couple of half orcs and orcs there that we get along.
Fascinating.
Yeah, they do a lot of the big labor, and we do a lot of the thinking and inventing and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a beautiful lake. It's a very, very tranquil, and we just do our best. Of course, the Dragonborn are threatening the East Coast, have invaded a few times, and
What's your thoughts on those Dragonborn?
To be honest, I don't really like them. I'm sure they're nice people, but when they're threatening you with swords and arrows and things like that, they want to take all of our resources, and we're the first town. Sorry.
The first town what?
The first town that you get to in the realm from the East Coast. Well, I've mentioned a few times to the council that we should have better defenses, but, the king at the time, Queen Mora's father, he turned me down. He wouldn't let me build anything.
That probably was really frustrating for you.
Oh, extremely, yeah.
Oh, I understand completely.
Well, anyway, I should probably go. I'll let you guys do a research. If there's nothing else you need from me, I hope that the research goes well, and let me know if you need anything. You have that sending stone.
All right. Thank you, Bartleby.
All right, bye.
He kind of skittles off.
I don't trust him.
So, anything else you guys want to do?
Somebody needs to hold these hammers for me. Hey, Sarsa, can you grab one of those?
Sure.
Don't, Coach. No, just don't.
You want to try to grab one of the fetchers?
Don't, Coach.
Give me the old
If you get
curveball.
Saeleas,
Sarsa
he
would
will
probably
murder
just take
you.
a moment, see if there's anything on Saloon, and just maybe do some light reading on that. But
Okay.
that's
A
just
fetcher
more-
comes up to you.
Do you have any text on Saloon?
It kind of zooms off. And a few minutes go by, and it comes back with 2 books. One of them is blue with kind of a glowing trim, and the other one is black with a ebony wax seal.
Ooh, black one, please. Yes.
Okay,
I'd
so you
probably peruse
read
that
through
a little
that. Roll a just a general wisdom check.
15.
It's pretty thick, heavy stuff. Very ancient, kind of Gregorian nature text, all about Saloon.
Sorry, so we get bored real quick.
Yeah,
and put it down.
it's kind of boring, but it goes into how great Saloon is and her majesty and the worship of Saloon and the Night Mother.
She'd
and
probably
all
read that for about 5 seconds and get bored, and then be like, "All right, do you have anything on those crystals that make this here city run?"
Does one of them show up with a book on saloons, like bars,
No,
dancing girls?
nope.
Much more interesting read.
Nope.
Anything on those crystals here to make that city run?
Yeah, you
Nature dose.
find a couple. You were brought a couple of books, several books. Some of them are very technical, and some of them are kind of a little bit more general on the history of Falcon Reach. So, and
Just be interested to find out how they're mined and.
it does talk about the night crystal technology being mined, kind of being founded several centuries ago, and the first person that came up with it, Eliam Frostbeard, he was the first dwarf who forged the night crystals and created the process for the Founder's Stone. Eliam became the first leader of the realm, naming it after his mother.
So I think this might fit in earlier, but Jerik trusts Sarsa to, as long as she looks confident, he trusts her to work Bartleby, any information out of him, and I also think Jerik's probably not been around a lot of books. Doesn't quite trust that when he pulls out the first book, that guards aren't going to come out and yell at him, and the seekers aren't, or the fetchers aren't going to come and grab him.
The fact that everything is free and accessible is very mind blowing.
Well,
to
so
you.
when they let him, I think he looks at one, and he only speaks Common and Undercommon, maybe one other language. So there's probably a few he has no idea. Even a couple in Common is like above his vocabulary level, but he like pages through a few and just kind of like admires them and how much like knowledge is gathered in this building.
Okay.
Coach is also going to disappear and come back with pastries.
Okay. Yeah, time enough goes by. Pockets?
No, just
just like
I couldn't find the pocket place.
like a bear claw and
But just like
Where did you get that?
Oh no, it was outside. Somebody was selling them.
a
Okay,
little
well,
cart.
don't touch any of the books. You're going to get them all musty.
Why would I touch a book?
Can I have one of those? I think you've had plenty.
That's not very nice.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do in the library?
I don't think so.
Saeleas would stay there like forever. So, what did we find in the?
Saeleas!
What did we find in the restricted forbidden section? Anything?
Yeah, so the information that you found on Voop de Doo, there was a couple things, passages that stood out to you.
Okay.
Actually, Remara is the one that found it. It mentions the 3 curios.
Okay.
And specifically, because the information in your Traveler's Guide to the Realms did not say where, other than the mace, which mentioned Hish Temple. There was information about Voop de Doo making notes, and it actually had kind of a scribing of some of his last notes in the last area of his life. He was quoted as saying, I shouldn't have left it in the falls. It's not in good hands there.
So I think when we got back, Saeleas would try to gather the party, the unnamed party that we have, and say, "There's a good chance that Voop de Doo, one of his curios, is in a place called the Falls. Does that mean anything to you?"
The
Well, there's
fall.
those-
It's probably like a waterfall, right?
Zeppelbrum Falls. It was on that map that we saw earlier.
Oh, that seems very likely. He seemed to think that it was in not good hands. We should definitely go there and try to capture this. It seems like these are very important.
And Remara, you've been to Zeppelbrum before, so you know that community a little bit in your travels.
Yes, I have been there before.
So Remara, tell us all about Zeppelbrum.
So, here's the scoop. There's a lot of brooms and a lot of Zeppels. Zeppelbroom.
So you're saying it was adequately named?
Yes, and there's one.
Zeppelbrum.
There's one big waterfall, and under the waterfall is a big underground lair that keeps getting recaptured by different
Zeppels.
warring tribes. Yeah, different Zeppels.
Zeppels of tribes.
And
course.
You have heard they're very dangerous to go into, and anybody that ventures in there usually goes missing. So one of the things that you had talked about with your adventuring party with Massimo and Callum is going in there and like taking care of whatever it is, but it never came up, and you instead went to Darkwell.
I was just joking about the brooms, guys. That's my humor.
Very
You'll
funny.
get used to it.
I don't get it.
Ha!
So there's dark stuff at Zeppelbrum. There's something bad there.
Oh.
And we spoke with a lot of people that went into the falls and never came back.
That is my kind of place.
If there is a curio there, we must go. We cannot let that kind of power be in the hands of evil.
I haven't heard any better ideas. What do you think, Jerik?
Well, it sounds kind of like that temple. If one of these the bracelet or the spiral is somewhere, it sounds like it might be someplace like that, right?
Maybe we could find a cookbook before we go, and you could brush up on your skills.
Okay.
That's exactly what I was
I
thinking.
feel like
'cause
it's unlikely
seriously,
I'd be called on again
you really-
to make another creme brulee.
really let us down there. That creme brulee was so...
You know what? The rest
Curdy.
of you paired off, and I was left on my own to do the most difficult course, okay? So maybe you could step up next time.
He liked my course a lot.
Anyways,
Did you decide that you want to go to Zeppelbrum Falls?
Yeah.
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 Okay, so for the sake of time, we'll say that you make your way back to the skiff. which is in the same place
Is
it was before.
close enough that we can go and come back in time for our dates tomorrow?
Yeah.
We've got
Well, it is tomorrow. So
Oh.
so it's in the morning. You can make it to the falls within about 2 hours.
Adventure in time.
And we'll see how long it takes. We'll see.
God.
Or maybe we should hold off till after the gatherings and
Nope,
we go
we're going
tomorrow.
today.
No, we're ready. We got to do
you
something
guys,
today.
And Remara comes with you, and you
don't
guys
make any downtime.
take this. You see this floating skiff, and on the side of it, it says the Crescent Squall 2. Now, when you guys were, oh yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you just kind of fly
Back
there,
on the open ocean.
Air.
and you kind of float away. So it takes a couple hours to get there, but then you get to the falls. There's not
Fast
really
travel.
a place to land in, like, on the rocks of the falls themselves, but you can land in the water, or you can land in Zeppelbrum itself. What would you like to do? You guys want to
I
go
mean, we're trying to be efficient. I got a hot date tonight, so
Okay.
I'd say I'd just like land on the water. And Sarsa actually has the ability to cast Walk on Water. It's for myself and up to 10 willing creatures.
Wow.
You
His
get this
coach
for
willing, though.
1 hour.
Definitely.
So
Do you wanna
I'm
do
gonna
that?
Go ahead and we're gonna park like in the lake.
Okay.
I'm gonna
You
cast
park right in front of the falls. You as you guys are flying in, there's a pretty massive lake. You see mountains around it, kind of on the west side of the lake, and on the east side is Zeppelbrum. It's a small town, but thriving community. There's some farms on the outskirts, and you guys pull in your skiff, and it lands on the water. And there's a big waterfall in front of you. There's a couple of rocks to the side, so you can dock your boat close enough to get on the rocks to actually go behind the waterfall.
All right, so we get in and out and we get on with our lives. All right.
Let's do it.
I don't want to dawdle.
This is not a joke.
Yeah.
This place is bad. We met a lot of really strong folks that never came out of there. So get your game faces on. This is not a day trip. This is like a
Like a morning
Mess
trip,
you up
because it's
trip.
still morning.
don't take it lightly.
So it's a
It is
morning
a
with
day
it.
trip, but it's like a serious one.
You
Like
guys
a-
seem like nice people,
hey.
Well, some of
but
us
you know
are.
what? I will leave you behind. I have no hesitation. I will
Well,
just.
hey
Just
there.
so you know.
Same to you.
All right.
Feeling is
Well,
mutual.
let's get going.
I'm not going to leave you guys behind, just so you know, like, that's not something I do.
No, it's hard to get rid of Coach. He's always there for you.
You guys make your way into through the waterfall. You have to go through a couple of feet of water,
Which we can walk on top of.
which you can walk on top of. You don't have too much right now area of.
If we try to go through a waterfall with
We
the
just
spell
go
that lets us
sideways
walk
You
on
don't
it,
start walking vertically. It's more.
we have to like push through it. It's
This is it's a very tall water. The water itself is more mist as you're going through, so it's kind of this light. And Remara, you actually feel kind of a bit reinvigorated when you go through it. It's been a while since you've been through like this clear water, and it touches you, and you feel an essence like home. Like it feels really nice.
Maybe a little bit less grumpy, like slightly less.
Remara has this kind of refreshed attitude. You notice her hair, while all the rest of you are soaking wet now, Remara's hair continues to float, and the water glistens off of it.
She's got really great hair.
I want to find out what kind of conditioner she's using.
Hey, Remara.
What kind of conditioner you
No,
use?
Coach, shut up. Like, if we get into trouble, like, what do you do? Like, what's your role here? Are you able to take a hit? Do you need to stay in the back? Can you back us up? Like,
I can back you up. Don't worry.
so you can take care of yourself.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I believe you.
She used to go adventuring with Massimo Leonheart. You think she can't handle herself in a tight spot?
Well, no offense to Massimo, but I feel like he's the guy in the front getting hit by a lot of stuff, and maybe, she's the one healing him or
put her in
shielding
the
him.
back
I
of
understand
Saeleas.
your hesitation. I've got skills.
All right. Well, if you need a person to stand in the front and get hit by a lot of stuff, let's make that Coach.
Noted.
I gotcha.
All right, so you guys make your way through the waterfall, and you do actually walk on water for a little bit of time, so the spell comes in handy. It's not terribly deep. It's only about a foot or so.
Point of order, Saeleas is going to use his staff and get mage armor.
Okay, mage armor is cast. Thank you.
Point of order. Do we like ice skate on the water? Or are we just walking?
You can ice skate.
Yes.
It's water walk is the name of the spell. Just so
Water.
you know.
It'd be water skating.
You make your way into the waterfall area, and there's a series of caves, and a couple minutes go by, and you come to a crosswalk where there's a few different entrances, south, north, and east.
We got 3 ways, so we're gonna split up.
Nope.
No, we stay
And
together.
you guys are gonna go down there.
We're a crew, coach. We don't separate.
I'm gonna use divine
So
intervention.
That's a hard one.
you're gonna use divine intervention?
Divine sense,
Oh, that's
Okay.
which I have 6 charges of, so I should know what that does.
With your divine sense, you don't sense any undead, celestials, or fiends, but you do get a sense of general evil a little bit further in the cave to the east. And you also get a sense of kind of a playfulness
In the same direction.
in the same direction.
So it feels bad, which means probably this way, pointing towards the east.
So I'm entering precognition, and I'm going to have I'm going to turn on danger sense.
Danger sense.
She's gotta turn on danger sense.
Well, as an action, I create a psychic model of reality in my mind
holy.
and
That's way
set
better
it
than
to
your
show.
danger sense.
That's what Coach does too.
Yeah.
No.
I set it to show me a few seconds into the future.
Whoa.
So until my concentration ends, I can't be surprised. Attack rolls against me can't gain advantage, and I gain plus 10 bonus to initiative.
Her danger sense is
Coach
better
just
than your
like
danger
jumps
And
out
it's-
of the way
and
of
it's-
rocks and stuff.
Yeah, just get advantage on dexterity.
And it's for
saving
like
throws.
8 hours, right?
Yeah.
But mine is all the time. Though.
Oh, snap.
So you're just seeing into the future constantly.
For 8 hours.
Jeez.
Just a couple seconds into the future, it says, though, right?
That is crazy.
Like 10
A
seconds.
few seconds.
That's awesome.
You see Remara kind of shift as almost like she's phasing, and then she comes back. She's like,
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Wait, what?
Remara, I think perhaps you ought to walk down this hallway first. Here, allow me. And Sarsa's gonna put a hand on Remara and cast guidance. And then she's gonna, after that's done, put another hand on you and cast virtue. With it. You're gonna get 6 temporary hit points.
Cool. Thanks.
right. You guys make your way through the eastern tunnel a couple of minutes, and Remara, because of your ability, you sense movement in the shadows. It gets very, very dark as you're moving forward. Are you guys using any kind of light, or just using dark vision, or?
I've got dark vision.
Dark vision.
Does anybody not have dark vision?
I don't have dark vision.
I don't have dark vision.
Ha! I'll light this area. Remara. And
You're
then-
using light?
Yeah.
What are you lighting?
The shield.
Okay.
In front of the shield.
Remara, Jerik has a little bit of light. You sense there's movement on the walls, and you're in this cave that kind of goes forward a little bit. There are a couple of alleyways that kind of push out to the side, and you sense this movement, and it's above you and to the sides of you.
So I'm just gonna silently point at what I'm noticing, so these guys catch up, and like do a little, sneaky motion with my
I'm
chin.
gonna see that she does that. Know that I am the only one who can't just turn my head and look, and I'm going to with a fair amount of steely resolve not turn the light towards it, because that will tip off whatever it was. So I'm just holding the shield forward,
Okay.
and knowing that there's something around me I can't see that's probably super creepy.
So because you don't turn your light, you just feel this kind of fuzzy leg that taps you on the shoulder, and it stays there, and you hear this, and then you hear it to your left, and then you hear it above you.
Are those of us with dark vision able to see anything?
If you look up or to the left or right.
I'm just gonna
She
try
already
and
pointed at that.
Coach is gonna straight look
up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm definitely gonna look
Absolutely
at
look.
you guys look around you and with your dark vision and Jerik's ambient light, and you see a wolf, but not an ordinary wolf. So you see a wolf with spider legs.
It's everything.
It is
it.
and there are
Oh my god.
4 of them surrounding you. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Ah, jeez.
Oh dang it.
So, Remara, you are up first. You have 4 big, like 6 feet long wolves with spider legs. They each have these, 8 legs coming out, and they're fuzzy and gray and white, and they're some of them are about 15 feet above you, and there's a couple to the side. They're on the walls right now. They're looking at you with these glowing eyes. What would you like to do?
And they're how far away?
Right now, they're about 10 feet away on each side, and 15 feet above you.
Okay, I'm going to start with a mind thrust.
Okay.
So,
Give him that old mind thrust.
Go ahead and thrust.
Pretty sure that's
Yeah.
in Rocky Horror.
the one that's closest to us, he has to succeed on intelligence saving throw or take 1d10 plus 1d4 apparently damage. Oh no, sorry. No, it's 2d10 plus 1d4.
These guys are not that intelligent. It's a 7.
Lucky for us.
They rolled a 7. It failed, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yeah, he needed to beat a 60.
Okay.
Yeah, super
Yep.
fail.
So it takes how much?
8.
8 psychic damage.
That was the
Thanks.
precognition
Thank
kicking
you.
in.
Yeah. 3
She knew the
seconds
number
later.
before the roll.
Right.
So you see Remara strike out to the one that's right above and hold her hand out, and her eyes squint, and this wolf kind of shakes its head a little bit. It's very uncomfortable sounding. Jerik.
I will draw my sword and hex the one that is touching my shoulder.
Okay.
And I will attack it with my sword.
Sounds good.
Because of the level up, I have 2 attacks. First one, 15.
That hits.
16 damage.
This sword goes, slices at the leg.
And I strike again for 21.
That also hits.
15 damage.
Takes another slice to the abdomen. All right,
I'd really like to encounter some sort of animal that was just one animal and not 2 creepy animals together.
Just then, as you're pulling back, you just swipe the sword. You hear this little.
Oh my gosh.
That is the creepiest
Somebody
thing
find
ever.
that. Kill it first. Kill that first.
Why did the wolf spider make that noise?
It didn't, because right in front of you,
jeez.
a tiny little glowing being. It looks like it has kind of a potato-shaped head with 2 little eyes and a smile, and it's floating right above you. It doesn't even have wings. It's just kind of floating right, and it goes, boop, and it kind of boops your nose. And I need you to roll a d20.
Oh, last time something like this happened, I turned into a bat. 14.
And you get a charm,
Should I read this?
Charms are good.
if you'd like.
All right. Charm of Plant Talking. This charm has 6 charges. As an action, you can expend charges to cast Entangle 2 charges, or Speak with Plants 3 charges. Once all the charges are expended, this charm disappears. Cool.
And he goes,
That's
and he goes,
way better than being a bat.
and it floats away.
What was that thing?
Right in front of Coach, another one appears. It goes, and it
You better move.
and it kind of scratches your
I'm
ear
gonna
a little bit.
swing
It
at
goes,
that nonsense.
What language is that out of curiosity?
I need you to roll a d20.
10.
I'll give you a reaction
I do
if
not
you
like
want to.
small. Well, actually, I do like small flying things.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my.
Does it
gosh.
look like a pixie
It doesn't look like a pixie.
or a
It looks-
sprite? Whatever those things were.
It doesn't look like a sprite. You've seen sprites before.
Oh.
You are also receive a charm.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna save that for later.
Okay. Yep.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna save that for
Good.
later.
And a third one comes up right in front of Remara this time, and it goes. And it kind of and it just like touches your temples and it goes. Roll a d20, please.
4.
Okay.
Chris has so many charms.
I really do. You can read it if you want.
Sure. Charm of deceptive speech. You have advantage on charisma, deception checks made while lying. This effect lasts 9 days, and then the charm disappears.
So you guys, the three of you that were booped and charmed, feel this kind of resurgence inside of your soul and your being, and you feel like you have some extra abilities and charisma and it's kind of this interesting confidence that you have that you didn't have before. You're not going to have it forever, but you are charmed in a good way. All right. Now, one of the spider dire wolves is going to attack at Sarsa. And it is going to...
I didn't do anything yet.
We're not going with direwolf spiders?
No, it's a spider dire wolf.
Spy dire wolf.
Spy dire wolf. Spy dire wolf. Okay, it's a spy dire wolf. It's going to make a bite attack at Sarsa. Ooh, 20.
Dang.
Oh, well, that's going to hit.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
3, so that's 15.
Okay, so you succeed on that, but you take 15 damage. You feel this pain that's surging in your bloodstream, but you fight it off. You kind of shrug it off. Your armor takes most of the hit, but it really hurt. It's a tight squeeze on your arm. But you shrug off the poison that's coming from this spy dire wolf.
I also, due to my Tempest domain, I have a thunderous rebuke for attacks within 5 feet of me. So my reaction, basically, he has to make a dex save.
He rolled a 12.
So he failed, and he's going to take 10 damage. Maybe you should choose somebody else to be attacking there, you wee mutt. Sorry, because I have, I'm Tempest Domain, and it was lightning damage, it pushes him 10 feet away.
Ooh.
Okay. The one that Remara kind of psychically hurt is going to attack back at her, and it's going to make a bite attack. 15, does that hit?
First page should be
13.
near the top.
13, so that does hit. You take 11 points of damage, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
19.
Nice.
19 succeeds, so you also shrug off this poison that's coming in from the bite, but you still kind of shrug, you take a little bit of a bite attack. The one that it's right in the back, and it's going to make an attack at Saeleas. Ooh, that's a natural 20. Kind of comes up behind you and bites your leg. You take 20 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm dead now. No. 20 damage. I'm going to go ahead and bend my luck on that a little bit.
Okay.
That's going to be a 16.
Okay, that succeeds. All right, so you also shrug off with a little bit of magic innate in you, and you shrug off the poison, but that bite really hurt.
Yeah, it did.
All right, and Saeleas, your turn.
I'm going to attack that guy. I'll do a chromatic orb at him.
Okay.
Lightning damage. All right, that's a 19 plus 7. That's a 26.
26 hits. What's your damage?
Chromatic orb. 13. 18.
Lightning damage?
Yeah.
This spy dire wolf
Spy dire.
it just lights up, and the whole cave just crackles with ozone. It's a very powerful rebuke, and kind of he just explodes into dust and flakes and everything.
That's what you get.
And
Ow.
everything kind of crackles, and Saeleas' beard kind of goes. Sarsa, you're up.
All right. Well, I'm going to Sacred Flame the wolf to my left that I just pushed back.
Okay.
So that means you've got to make a dex save.
That's a 13.
13, that's going to fail.
Okay.
It's going to be 11 radiant damage. And then I'm also going to do my spiritual weapon as a level 2.
So this giant glowing anchor comes out.
Yes. And we're going to attack that same one. So let's see how that goes. So that'll be 22.
Yeah, 22 hits.
So that'll be 11 damage as well.
So radiant damage hits this the spider wolf hybrid creature and burns it with searing divine energy, and then an anchor smacks it from behind, knocking it and kind of like turns over, and it's limps up a little bit, and it's really hurt, but it's still on its feet.
You best stay down there, doggo.
Coach, you're up.
Now it's time.
Oh God.
A Kalika.